The Little Princess's Potion Class Explosion. Chapter 1. The Sparkly School Morning. It was a bright and glittery morning in the kingdom of Rosalia. The castle windows shimmered like pink diamonds as the sun peeked through. Inside, little Princess Lila was twirling around her room, her golden hair bouncing with every spin. Today was her favorite day of the week, potion class. At the Royal Magic Academy, potion lessons were always full of colors, bubbles, and sparkly surprises. Sometimes, the potions made flowers sing or made your hair float in the air. Lila loved them all. She packed her tiny pink satchel with her beginner's potion kit, a notebook covered in heart stickers, and her lucky silver spoon. Then she waved goodbye to her kitten, Muffin.
Wish me good luck, Muffin. No more smoke clouds this time,
she giggled. Muffin meowed softly, as if to say, "Be careful with the glitter powder." Chapter 2. The New Potion Challenge. In the crystal classroom of the academy, rows of little princesses sat behind golden cauldrons. The teacher, Miss Flora, was a kind fairy with butterfly wings that shimmered like moonlight.
Good morning, my sparkly learners. Today's lesson is very special,
she chimed.
You'll be learning how to make a rainbow bubble potion.
The class gasped with excitement. The rainbow bubble potion was famous. When done correctly, it released floating rainbow bubbles that could gently carry small animals or toys into the air. Miss Flora fluttered her wings.
But remember, this potion needs balance. Too much sugar dust and it may fizz. Too much glow leaf and it may pop.
Lila nodded seriously and wrote in her notebook, "Balance is the key. Don't rush." Her best friend, Princess Ella, leaned over and whispered,
"Let's make the biggest rainbow bubble ever."
Lila smiled.
Deal.
Chapter 3. The mixing begins. Each princess got her own mini cauldron. Lila tied her pink apron and took out her ingredients carefully. Moonberry juice, glow leaves, sugar dust, and sparkle salt. She read the instructions aloud.
1 drop of moonberry, 2 glow leaves, 3 sugar sparkles.
The potion shimmered beautifully. Blue, then pink, then gold. Miss Flora clapped her hands.
Very good, everyone. Now gently stir 5 times clockwise.
Lila counted softly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Achoo! Ella had sneezed, and her sparkle salt flew into Lila's cauldron 5 extra spoonfuls.
Oh no!
Gasped Lila. The cauldron began to fizz and bubble like a volcano made of glitter.
Lila, step back.
Miss Flora fluttered forward. But before she could reach, the classroom filled with pink smoke, flying bubbles, and sparkly foam that covered everything like cotton candy. Chapter 4. The Aftermath. When the glitter finally cleared, the classroom was a sparkly mess. Princesses were covered in bubbles. Tables floated a few inches off the floor. Even Miss Flora's wings were sticky with sugar sparkles. Lila peeked out from behind her cauldron, her face full of pink foam.
Oops,
she whispered. Miss Flora sighed, though she couldn't help but smile.
Oh dear, Lila, what a spectacular sparkle storm.
The whole class burst into laughter, but then Lila's eyes filled with tears.
I'm sorry, Miss Flora. I didn't mean to ruin the lesson. I wanted to make it perfect.
The teacher knelt down and gently wiped Lila's cheek.
My dear princess, you didn't ruin it. You made it memorable. But what do we say when things go wrong?
Lila thought for a moment and whispered,
We learn from it.
Exactly.
Chapter 5. The Cleanup Crew. The teacher waved her wand, and brooms began to dance around the room, sweeping glitter and wiping desks. The princesses helped too, laughing as bubbles popped over their heads. Lila tried to clean her cauldron, but every time she touched it, it giggled and wobbled away.
Stop, Cauldron.
She giggled, chasing it across the room. Ella ran over, helping her pin it down.
Let's fix this together.
They looked through their potion book for the section called Potion Mistakes and Fixes. There it was.
If your potion explodes from too much sugar dust, calm it with a drop of moon dew and a whisper of kindness.
Lila blinked.
A whisper of kindness?
Ella smiled.
Maybe that means we talk nicely to it.
They leaned close and whispered,
You're a good potion. Thank you for your sparkles.
They dropped one shiny drop of moon dew. The cauldron stopped bubbling and glowed softly. Miss Flora clapped her hands.
Wonderful teamwork, girls. That's the spirit of real magic.
Chapter 6. The Rainbow Surprise. Just as everyone thought the excitement was over, something magical began to happen. The foam and bubbles that had filled the classroom started to gather together, forming a huge swirl in the air. The swirl turned into a glowing rainbow cloud, floating above everyone's heads.
Whoa!
Gasped the princesses. Out of the cloud came hundreds of tiny rainbow bubbles, each one holding something small, a feather, a petal, even a tiny note. Lila reached out and caught one. Inside was a sparkling word. Joy. Ella caught another. It said friendship. Soon, the room filled with words like love, hope, and laughter. Miss Flora's eyes twinkled.
Lila, your potion didn't fail. It found its own kind of magic.
Lila beamed with pride.
So it was a happy accident?
Exactly. In magic, sometimes mistakes bring the best surprises,
said Miss Flora. Chapter 7. The Lesson of the Day. When class ended, the princesses gathered their things, still smiling and covered in sparkles. Before leaving, Miss Flora tapped the blackboard with her wand. Glittery letters appeared. Lesson of the Day. Magic grows from patience, teamwork, and courage to try again. Lila copied it carefully into her notebook. As she walked home with Ella, she said,
Next time I'll measure more carefully and I'll sneeze less.
Ella laughed. They giggled all the way back to the castle, their shoes leaving sparkly footprints on the marble path. Chapter 8. The Little Scientist. That night, back in her room, Princess Lila placed her cauldron on the windowsill. The moonlight made it glimmer softly. She whispered,
Thank you for the rainbow bubbles. I'll be more careful next time.
To her surprise, a tiny rainbow bubble floated up from the cauldron and popped with a soft poof. It left behind a faint scent of strawberries and a tiny golden note that said, Every mistake is a new beginning. Lila smiled. She wrote the words into her potion journal and closed it with pride. Then she hugged Muffin, who purred in her arms.
Tomorrow, I'll make a calm dream potion, one that smells like marshmallows.
Lila whispered sleepily. Muffin meowed softly, curling beside her. And as the stars twinkled outside the castle window, little Princess Lila dreamed of colorful bubbles dancing across the sky, each one carrying a tiny bit of her laughter, kindness, and courage to try again. Moral of the story: even when things go wrong, learning, friendship, and kindness can turn any mistake into a little bit of magic.